Okay, it's time to head down to the ground here at Seddon Park in Hamilton, where we'll hear from both captains and, of course, the sponsors. It's the end of the National Bank Summer of Cricket. Here's Gavin Larson.
Yeah, thanks very much, Smithy, and good evening to everybody here at Seddon Park and around the world. Well, what a staggering one-day match that was on the back of that fantastic match we saw at Eden Park a couple of days ago. Words actually escape me having watched that. Just absolutely sensational. Congratulations to Stephen Fleming and the Black Caps. Fantastic. To start proceedings tonight, I'd like to welcome up John Morris, who is the General Manager of National Bank Branch Network, to talk on behalf of the series sponsors and the sponsor of the Black Caps. John.
The National Bank is very, very proud to sponsor this series, Chappell Hadlee series between Australia and New Zealand. This is an excellent series between two great cricketing rivals. To Michael Hussey and the Australian team, thank you for coming across the Tasman. You're a champion side and we're sure you do well at the World Cup. To Stephen Fleming and the Black Caps, unbelievable stuff. On behalf of the National Bank, congratulations on an unbelievable series win. Finally, we wish you all the best as you travel to the West Indies and take on the world. Thank you.
Thanks very much, John. Can I now ask forward Martin Snedden, the CEO of New Zealand Cricket.
Thanks, Gav. Thanks, John. Huge thanks from New Zealand Cricket to the National Bank, the fantastic sponsors of international cricket series in New Zealand, and the Black Caps themselves. We can't do without them. A big thanks also to all of the venues around New Zealand for this series. I mean, the atmosphere that was created by great facilities at Wellington and Auckland and now Hamilton has just been amazing. The turf guys, particularly KJ, who's been under a bit of pressure, have done a fantastic job. And the crowds that have turned out and supported the cricket, you've been fantastic because you've stayed interested in the cricket. The cricket's been great and you've made it and added to that atmosphere, so thanks very much for that. And to all the team officials, the match officials and whatnot that have helped out, that's great. To the Aussies, I know this is a bit of a difficult time, Mike, for you and your team. It doesn't often turn out like this, but I think that we know the circumstances. I think, however, we've been in the same circumstances, so I think we're entitled to probably feel very proud of the way the Black Caps has played this time. There's two Australians I want to mention before I finish with you. One is Glenn McGrath. Glenn, you've had a fantastic career in international cricket. Truly, I think one of the great bowlers to have played test matches and one-day internationals, and we'll miss you. Well done on your career. Another one who is finishing up shortly, who I don't think gets any of that sort of credit, is the Australian coach, John Buchanan. John's got one of the most amazing records as a coach in international cricket. For whatever reason, he doesn't seem to get the credit that I think he deserves. He's finishing up in the World Cup. Well done, John, on your career, and good luck afterwards. But I think it's fair to say that tonight belongs to the Black Caps. I think, that probably now we might see some indication that Fleming can captain, that Bracewell can coach, and maybe even McMillan can bat. I think that the performance of the team during the three matches has been fantastic. It was a complete performance in Wellington, and then the two chases in the games in Auckland and Hamilton are just something out of the book. So, guys, terrific effort, well done, and it gives you a real, I think, confidence booster as you go into the World Cup. I'm sure now that we'll find that the whole of the country is behind you. I think, unfortunately, maybe the expectations have been raised pretty high, but the fact is you have a hell of a lot of talent and skill, and if you can just keep that consistency that you've developed over the last three games, then you've got a really good chance to do well in the World Cup. Good luck to all of you. The last thing tonight, I just want to make a special acknowledgement of someone who isn't a player, but is someone who is central to international cricket. In the last match that was here against Sri Lanka a short time ago, unfortunately was ruined by the rain, but it represented the 100th appearance in international cricket by Billy Bowden as an ODI umpire. Billy's someone who I think has proved himself to be a superb umpire at international level, and also has brought a lot of character to the game. And we in New Zealand are delighted with the performances he's put on at international cricket. Billy, if you could just come forward, just a brief memento to recognise that. Thank you, everyone. The atmosphere at the grounds has just been absolutely amazing, and I know at home and throughout New Zealand people are now just talking about cricket and really looking forward to the World Cup. So come on, the Black Caps.
Thanks very much, Martin. We move now to the National Bank Man of the Match, and what a terribly difficult decision this was for the Sky commentary team to make. We have seen today three very, very special individual performances. Craig McMillan's fastest ever one-day 100. Brendan McCullum, the way he finished off the game. I don't think anyone here, though, should begrudge the man of the match today. It's Matthew Hayden for his absolutely sensational 181 not out. Could someone come forward to pick up the trophy on his behalf? And we obviously wish Matthew all the best with his injured foot. Michael Hussey, if I could ask you to come back forward again and to speak on behalf of the Australian team.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the National Bank for their support of the series. You've got a great sponsor over here in the National Bank. We've also got a fantastic sponsor, Travelex, who look after us on all our away tours. So thank you to the sponsors. Congratulations to Stephen and all the New Zealand team. 3 fantastic run chasers. And it just showed us that we've got a little bit more work to do before we get to the World Cup. But I'd also like to thank our coaching staff and all our players for a great effort while we're here. The results obviously haven't gone our way, but I'd really like to thank them for their efforts. Once again, thanks again.
Thanks very much, Michael. Okay, time now to present the National Bank Cup, but most importantly, the Chappell Hadlee Trophy. Can I ask Stephen Fleming to come forward to receive the trophy from John Morris from the National Bank?
Thanks, Gav, ladies and gentlemen. It's really been an amazing week for us. We came back from Australia and copped some criticism, which was quite right, but it made the side a lot more determined because we knew we were going to be up against what is a very good Australian side and has been for a number of years. But the way the games have panned out, Huss, I've got to give you a little bit of sympathy as a captain. It's been amazing, I guess, watching the last 2 games from up in the box for me, but you've been part of 2 amazing games, and I guess you'd know it doesn't taste too good, but for cricket in this country, it's done an amazing thing. And for the belief in our side before the World Cup, it's done an amazing thing as well. So it's always going to be tough against us, we know that, and hopefully we can meet you in the World Cup at some stage because it'll be the latter stages, and we look forward to that rivalry again. So thanks, Huss. Pitch, I'm not sure I want to see you again, but we'll just see how we go. To our boys, congratulations. It's been a great week. 2 great games and 1 comprehensive win, which we were delighted with. We couldn't think it could get much better after the game in Auckland, but I think tonight's topped it. And as far as entertainment value goes, I think we've given a pretty good bang for the buck. So we now go to the World Cup in the West Indies with that belief, and I know there's the support out there, and we go with your best wishes, and we'll give it our best shot. So thanks for your support, and look forward to a good couple of months. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Stephen, and once again to you and your team. Magnificent guys, well done, a great week of cricket. All that remains now then is to thank you all, thank New Zealand for your support, and just finally to wish both teams, the Australians and the Black Caps, all the very best as you search out the Holy Grail, the World Cup.